welcome back to the channel. My name's Brian Kingsbury. Today we're going to do another What Sold video. Today I decided to search keywords Bruce Lee t-shirt and see what's out there. I searched Bruce Lee t-shirt and it shows that there's 6,300 Bruce Lee t-shirts out there on eBay. Let's take a look. Here you see it. As you can see, there's all kinds of Bruce Lee t-shirts. He's a name that a lot of people like, you know, obviously a staple in the martial arts community. Had his teachings that have stood the test of time. As you can see, all these t-shirts are up here. 6,300 results when you search Bruce Lee t-shirt, and you can get just about any image you want of Bruce Lee on a tee. Look at this. So many different images to choose from. Of course, what we want to know is which Bruce Lee t-shirts are actually selling. So in order to do that, you click the sold section and check out how many of those 6,300 actually sold in the last 90 days. In order to see which one of these tees are actually selling, we go over here to the sidebar where it says show only, and we click the sold icon. There you see it, show only, and right here is the one we want. It's the sold item. So we click on sold here and it'll show us how many of those 6,300 have actually sold. So there you see Bruce Lee t-shirts, and it shows us that 583 results for Bruce Lee t-shirts have actually sold the last 90 days. So this can kind of give us an idea about how much some of these tees are selling for. Here is one that sold for $42.95. Next to that, we got another one here. This one sold for $30, and over here we got Fear is for Others. Fears for Others, that's small on there. That one sold for $15. Up here we got another one. This one sold for $10.61. So there you saw just four ranging from $10 to $42. So obviously there's a lot of variation in the pricing on these t-shirts, but what we want to see are those big money t-shirts. That's what we're kind of hoping to educate ourselves on, to learn about what is selling for over $100. You see the pricing here, most of them are selling under $20, but if we want to see the ones that are over 100, we go to this price section right here, and in that minimum box we type 100. So that's what we're going to do now, $100 in the minimum pricing. Click that little arrow next to it and it'll give us all the tees that have sold for over $100. So there you see it. It says that 21 t-shirts have actually sold for over $100. Of course, now that we know that 21 t-shirts, Bruce Lee t-shirts have sold for over $100, we want to count down the top 5 selling Bruce Lee t-shirts on eBay the last 90 days. That's what we're going to do. Let's take a look. At number 5 on the list of the most expensive Bruce Lee t-shirts sold on eBay the last 90 days is this. It's a vintage 2000s Bruce Lee t-shirt. Enter the Dragon 2000s Y2K martial arts big print. That's what they're calling it. It sold for $124.95. Best offer was accepted. Let's take a look at this one. There you see the big print they're talking about. Bruce Lee on front, shirtless, all those muscles rippling. There's the tag. Looks to be a little bit worn by washwear. But there's the measurements. They have the measurements in there so you know the exact size of this one. And again, they're saying this one's from the 2000s. So there it is again. It has a little washwear. They're pointing that out there. And again, it is an older tee, so it is going to be showing signs of wear. There's the back. It looks pretty clean and fresh on back. But there it is, priced at $124.95. Best offer accepted, number 5 on the list. At number 4 on the list of the most expensive Bruce Lee t-shirts sold on eBay the last 90 days is this one. It's a vintage Y2K Bruce Lee t-shirt. Fits 2XL double-sided graphic men's black spell out, they're calling it. This one sold for $149.99. Best offer accepted. Let's take a closer look at this one. There is the front image. Let's get through these photos. You can see all that this has to offer. It's a spell out with two sides of imagery. So there's the front one. You've seen that image of measurements as well on this one. They're showing the exact size so you know what you're getting. And I think that's still the front image, and we're looking for the back now. They took a lot of pictures of this one, sleeves and the bottom part, the collar. So they're showing this as an older tee. They want to show it as many photos as they can, getting measurements of everything. And there is the black and white on back. So they're talking the two images you get, the color on front and the black and white on back. There you see him shirtless in the black and white. So there it is. That one sold for $149.99. At number 3 on the list of the most expensive Bruce Lee t-shirts sold on eBay the last 90 days was this. It is a Bruce Lee t-shirt from the movie Step Brothers. Black and graphics print, size large, rare, it says on there. This one sold for $199.99. Let's take a look at this one. It was worn by, I think, John C. Reilly in Step Brothers. There you see him wearing that t-shirt. So sometimes these tees can get some notoriety when they're in a big film like that, and that makes the demand go up, and that's why this one sold for so much money. Someone wanted to wear that tee that John C. Reilly wore in the Step Brothers movie, and you can see they get all the measurements, and they're showing this one off so that you know exact the size you're getting. Gold series, there it is, a CH Gold series, 100% cotton, made in Bangladesh. So a nice looking tag. This one hasn't been washed that much, it looks like. Still has some good color to it. There's the face, Bruce Lee in the red lettering underneath that. And there's the back, just a solid black. So there it is, number 3 on the list, $199.99. At number 2 on the list of the most expensive Bruce Lee t-shirts sold on eBay the last 90 days is this. It's a vintage 1996 Bruce Lee mosquito head men's 100% cotton short sleeve t-shirt, black, USA extra large, sold for $209.99. There you see it. This is a collab with Bruce Lee and Mosquito Head. So he's kicking on there. Let's take a look at these photos. Bruce Lee, there you see it on the foot. Pretty cool. 1996, the estate of Bruce Lee, all rights reserved, it says there. Mosquito Head. So if you see that label with the Bruce Lee t-shirt, you have something special. This one, $209.99. That's the label you want to kind of familiarize yourself with and get to know. This Bruce Lee t-shirt selling over $200. Hard to believe a tee sold for that much, but that's number 2 on our list. Alright, if that one is number 2, that means we've made it to number 1. I want to thank everybody for watching this video to the very end. We're counting down to number 1, and hopefully you guys are excited to see this number 1 t-shirt. If you like these sort of videos, give this video a big thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. When you subscribe, you can kind of learn about all these big money tees as we go through and search different categories. Okay, without further ado, let's take a look at number 1. Number 1 on the list of the most expensive Bruce Lee t-shirts sold on eBay the last 90 days was this one. It is a vintage 90s Bruce Lee Dragon single stitch t-shirt, size extra large, USA made, and it sold for a whopping $250. Let's take a look at this one in a little bit more detail. There you see the front image. He's got his fist right there in the guy's face, and Bruce Lee entered the dragon. I think that image is from that movie. There it says Bruce Lee on back with the claw marks, and there's a closer look at the front image. A lot of these images are iconic images that have kind of been etched in our brains that we might recognize. And there is the label you want to look out for. Again, an older vintage 90s label, Auto Mix, it says there. Auto Mix Athletics, pre-shrunk, 100% cotton, made in the USA. Of course, all the vintage tees are usually made in the USA. The single stitch made in the USA. If you see something like that out there at the thrift shops, those are the ones you want to pick up and throw online. There you see it, kind of a boxy cut it looks like, but that's the way they made them back in the day sometimes. And plenty of photos of this one. We're going to go through these a little fast. They took so many of this front image. And there's a look at the sleeve, 9 inches long it looks like. And pit-to-pit measurements they gave you. And it looks like 24.5 or so pit-to-pit. And top-to-bottom measurements as well. They showed it all to you, about 29 inches top-to-bottom. So they're saying it's an extra large, but it is kind of a typical large measurements in my opinion. Bruce Lee on the back there, and there you see it. Plenty of extra photos. They took 3 or 4 of the back. They're just trying to meet the quota of photos, and there is the front image. That's the one that you want to keep an eye out for. The most expensive Bruce Lee tee, sold for $250. Alright, now that you've seen the top 5, hopefully you enjoyed that information and you'll kind of log that away and know that what is selling for that big bucks. That way if you go to the thrift and you see a Bruce Lee t-shirt, you know which ones to look out for. I'm going to give you guys a little bonus. There was a jersey in the t-shirt section. I didn't include that one, but it also sold for a lot of money. So we're going to give you a little bonus here, a little Bruce Lee jersey. Let's take a look. Alright, here's a look at a little bonus jersey. We searched Bruce Lee t-shirts and this one came up as well. Little Bruce Lee jersey. This is a vintage Bruce Lee, the Dragon movie baseball jersey, all over print, size extra large. And this one was also selling for big money. It sold for $140. Hard to believe. Looks like a brand new jersey, new with the tags. They're saying it's vintage. But let's take a look at this in a little bit more detail. You see the red and black colorway with the yellow piping down the side. They got the measurements there, the Asian writing on there. The dragon, it says, with the tags, brand new. Hard to believe that this has stayed fresh and new all these years. There you see it. And there's the back of the tag, and there's the label you want to keep an eye out for. A nice looking Bruce Lee jersey, $140 for this one. So no chump change. You find this and you can buy it at the thrift and resell it. You could make a decent amount of money. We're trying to find these items that are easily selling for over $100, and these even have some graphics on the sleeves there. Look at that face. The Bruce Lee face, the iconic Bruce Lee open mouth image. Bruce Lee and the Bruce Lee likeness are trademarks and copyrights of the Bruce Lee estate, licensed by Universal Studios. So they're letting you use this one kind of to promote the movie, it looks like. Bruce Lee on back with the spell out. That's pretty cool, baseball style. And there it is. Look at it. A little bonus image of a jersey that sold for $140. Alright, there you have it. That concludes our search of Bruce Lee t-shirts. Like I said, 6,300 of them are out there online. 583 have sold in the last 90 days, and 21 have sold for over $100. So those are the numbers. That's what you need to do. You need to check those sell-through rates. You need to see what is selling. You need to see what's selling over $100. And it's always fun to search the top 5. That's what we show you here on the channel. We like to look at the top 5 selling items in these categories to kind of learn about them and educate ourselves along the way. If you like that sort of information and you want more of these what's sold on eBay videos, there are a bunch up on my channel and there's more coming every week. So if you like that sort of thing, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell and you're notified every time a new video drops. When you subscribe to the channel, you can kind of learn a little bit more about my reselling journey as well. I've got a daily vlog that comes out that kind of details the ins and outs of my eBay business. I've got 2 eBay stores and I show you guys what's sold, show you what we're buying, and show you what we're listing. So if you like that sort of thing, you can follow the daily vlog. But I thank you for watching this what's sold video to the very end. Hopefully you'll be back for another one in the future. Again, my name's Brian Kingsbury. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.